We start at the main menu of the data feed. Now if we go down under the research section, the very first button is Expiring Contracts through 2016. Let's go ahead and click on that button. Brings up a search window where you can search many different ways. By keyword, by professional service code, by NAICS code, by company name, cage code, or DUNS number, and all the way up into the year 2016. Now if you'd like to narrow your search down, you can also search by agency, state, zip code, or even set aside. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to search by keyword. I'm going to search for janitorial services for the remainder of the year 2012. And then I'm going to click the search button next to professional service code. And as you can see, it returned a pretty expansive list. At the very top you see only the first 5,000 records are displayed. If I would have narrowed down the choices by state, zip code, or set aside, it would have returned more specific results. But this gives you an idea of how expansive our data feed really is. So if you look on the left hand side under GSA schedule, if any of these companies that won these contracts had a GSA schedule, it would be listed here. The next column is contract number, and if we clicked on that link, it would take us to the specific contract and give us more details about it, and we'll return to that in just a minute. Now under subject, it gives you a little bit of information about the contract, and then the contact agency is the agency that awarded it. The vendor name is the name of the company that was awarded the contract, and then the total dollar amount is the amount that the contract was for. It also lists the set-asides that were required, and then the award date and the date that it expires. Now let's go back and click on the contract itself. The first thing you see at the top is transaction information. And what this tells you is the government official or contracting officer that awarded that contract. So in this specific contract, it only lists their email address, but that gives you an idea of who you need to reach out to in order to prepare for that contract when it expires to go after that yourself. Sometimes contracts list the actual name of the contracting officer or official, and sometimes they just provide an email address. Now if we go farther down, you have the date that the contract was signed, the effective date, the completion date, which is the date that it expires, and then on the right hand side you have the total value of the contract. Below that you have the agency name, the Forest Service, the office, which is the Department of Agriculture, and then the location of that department, which is in Idaho. Below that is the company that won the contract, Skillskin, and then down below you can actually click the link of the company, go to their profile, and see any other contracts that they've been awarded, their total history. But I'll explain that more in a later video. Let's go back up to the top and click the back button. That takes us back to the results page. If we click it again, it goes back to the search. Now at any time, if you'd like to go back to the main menu, you can always click main menu at the top of the page. So I hope that brief overview of how to find expiring contracts helped, and look for our other videos in order to learn more about the data feed going forward. Thanks for watching.